Hello everyone and welcome to this tutorial series on the most popular open source electronics platform called Arduino. This is Rushikesh from Project Labs and let's get introduced to Arduino. We'll begin this tutorial by understanding the idea behind Arduino and how this open source platform works, followed by various Arduino boards available out there. We'll do a quick unboxing of the original legitimate Arduino board and then we'll compare it with its clone. We'll then see a few Arduino Shields and at the end we'll make ourselves a kit containing various electronic components and sensors which we will be using throughout this tutorial series. So let's begin from the beginning. Arduino was born at Interaction Design Institute, Italy as an easy tool for fast prototyping, specially designed for students without a background in electronics and programming. The fun fact here is the name Arduino comes from a bar in Italy where some of the founders of this project used to meet. It's an open source electronics platform built around a thing called microcontroller. Many times people confuse Arduino with microcontroller, but they are not the same. A microcontroller is manufactured by companies like Atmel, Intel, Philips, etc., while Arduino develops the board which has one of these microcontrollers on it. So Arduino is not a microcontroller, but it's just a hardware platform built around it. Now a microcontroller is a tiny computer to which you can hook up inputs like switches and sensors, and it can control outputs like a lamp, motors, displays, etc. by writing a code into it. Being an open source platform, Arduino has open source hardware, means the design files of the boards are available and anyone can freely copy the design and sell their own clone or derivative products. It also has open source software which is free to download and use. One can also use the libraries developed by the huge Arduino community. Now there are a variety of Arduino boards available as per your requirement. If you go to their website arduino.cc, under the products tab you will find Arduino boards for various applications, starting from entry-level boards, then some advanced ones, boards for IoTs, wearables, 3D printing applications. I have here Arduino Uno R3 board and Arduino Mega board fitted on this robot. Out of these, we'll be using this Arduino Uno R3 board throughout this tutorial series. With the original Arduino, you are paying a premium charitable donation which goes into their research and outreach programs. It comes in this tiny cardboard box which has the picture of Uno board on the front. On the back it says Open Source Electronics Hardware Platform, made in Italy, arduino.org, their website, with some barcode. Some info on this side, nothing here. We love open source. Again, Arduino Uno with some barcode. Now let's open it up. Here is the Arduino Uno board. Let's put it aside and see what else in the box. Here is some documentation saying thank you for supporting Arduino. Some Arduino DIY hack stickers. And here are some rubber studs to stick at the bottom of the board. So that's all in the box. I would recommend everyone to purchase at least one legitimate Arduino to help support the community, and as I said earlier that this money goes into their research for developing new products, upgrades, so and so forth. So it's worth to buy at least one. Here I have 3 Arduino Uno boards, out of which one is the original and 2 are clones. Now let's see how to identify the original and the clone. Before we start the comparison, let me tell you that the original Uno is almost 3 times costlier than its clones. The original Uno will cost you around 1500 rupees, while the cloned Uno will cost you around 450 rupees. And one more thing is, the cloned Uno comes with a USB cable and you don't get it with the original one. The obvious differences are the color shades. The clones have a bluish tint while the original has a greenish tint. You can see a dotted circle around the Uno written on the board on the cloned ones, while the original has a solid background. The backside of the board obviously differs in the overall design. The pins are labeled on the original while they are not labeled on the clones. Apart from these obvious differences, there are few important differences that you should know. Earlier, the clones used to be like this with a green polyfuse next to the USB connector, while the original has a golden one. Now, for those who don't know what a polyfuse is, it is there to protect USB port, to keep your board from drawing too much of power from the USB port. But nowadays, the clone also comes with a golden polyfuse. So, how to identify the original and the clone component wise? If you place these boards side by side and look at it closely, you will see that this resistor is not present on these clones. Similarly, this capacitor next to the power label also doesn't exist on these clones. Now, after the comparison of the original and the clone Arduino, let's talk about Arduino Shields. The important aspect of Arduino is its standard connectors. You can see they are the same on Uno as well as on Mega. So, this standard layout of connectors allow user to connect variety of interchangeable add-on modules on top of the Arduino. These add-on modules are called as shields. There are n number of shields available for Arduino in the market. Here I have a LCD and a motor control shield which I can connect on top of these boards. You can also stack these shields one above the other if pins are available for connections. The best way to get started with Arduino is to get an Arduino starter kit or make your own, such as this one. Of course, it must have Arduino board, a breadboard, which is basically something you put components onto and then connect them together with jumper wires. Makes it easy to connect things together, put together a circuit quickly. It should also have some LEDs of different colors for indication, few resistors, potentiometers, some sensors, switches, and some motors. So get all these things till we meet in the next tutorial where we will see Arduino Uno board in detail. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up and share. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for more such videos. You can also visit our website projectlabs.in. Thank you so much for watching.